Oh man, we live, baby. We live. We lit, baby. We lit. Jeez. Let me know what's good, family tree. If you're up in the building with me, you already know how we start things off. You just hit up the like button. Let us know that you're in here with us. And let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me just bring this down a bit. So, yeah, anyways, today, family, we're discussing the Kemetic Messiah. When will he return? The return of the Messiah. Anyways, yeah, let me drop this. Yeah, I want to know. Question. Yeah, what do Jews and Kemites have in common? And you already know it's the return of an Egyptian Messiah, baby. Jeez, how many people know, yeah, that there is actually an Egyptian or a Kemetic Messiah that's prophesied? Huh? How many of you guys actually know this? This is what I'm going into. We love to bring a little bit of controversy up in the building. If you're here with me, what I need you guys to do, is just drop a little message in the comment section. Let me know that you're here with us, and we'll get it in, of course. So today's show, let me see. What have I put in here? Jeez, let me see. What have I got here for the show anyway? I've said here ancient Egypt, a dead religion or a nation waiting to be rebuilt. What is Kemetic spirituality, STEM, or cultic devotion, which will redeem? A brief touch on Jewish Messiah and its relevance to Kemet. So you know what it is, yo? Don't even know. I don't even want to discuss this show today. I just want to see what's really good with the family. That's what's up. Jeez, man, like on code is up in the building. What's good? Ricardo Robinson, what's good, family tree? And you already know facts over personality. God damn. So yeah. So a little quick one. Let me actually share the link with you guys. So if any of you guys want to jump in, it's available for you guys right there. So I'm just trying to wet my toes back into the water and see what's good with the family tree. I've been looking in at, the American side of things, see what's going on. My good brother Smash Rockwell, if you don't already follow the rap god, go over there, breaking down the Medunetta. Asa Hotep, breaking down the Medunetta as well. You've got Sarnetta, Jabari, all them men are doing their thing, and I'm like, I miss it. I miss it. But at the same time, yeah, I don't miss it because more time, yeah, I'm like, flipping out, mate. Are we still discussing these dead topics? Like, where's the practicality in all of this stuff? I don't even see it. So, it's half half. It's half half. But what's good? Ancient Egyptian religion is the one the Illuminati use. Jeez, Illuminati all through my body. Yeah, yeah. All right. Jeez, Jupiter's up in the building as well. What's good? So yeah, was good. So yeah, anyways, yeah, the link has been shared. So if you want to come true, of course. So, anyways, let me actually jump into some stuff so we can actually hit it up a little bit. So I've got here. Yeah. All right, cool. So I actually want to discuss the whole concept of the Messiah today, yeah, just so I can kind of bring back, make the conversation a bit diversified with people who have a Messiah-like concept. Because I want to go more into the Kemetic information and kind of go there, man, because like I've been watching some of the Kemetic stuff here, and I'm like, yo, this shit is pseudo as hell. But you know, yeah. And I don't really want to get back into religion because at the same time, yeah, religion at the time sometimes is dead to me. But still, anyways. So yeah, into it now. So we're talking about Messiahism, yeah. So the whole concept of Messiah, we already know it's anointing, it's a king. The king doesn't even have to be Jewish, because the very first Messiah that's actually mentioned inside of the Bible, because the Messiah, the term, although we do find in Kemet, it is actually, you know, uh, popularized or famous with inside of the Hebrew context. So the very first Messiah itself wasn't even Jewish; it was actually Cyrus, a Persian king, and the whole concept of the Messiah is a king that is there to not simply rule, but also to rebuild the temple. Rebuild the temple. Actually, there was more than one Messiah prophesied with inside of the Jewish paradigm. They've got two messiahs. Most people don't know this, and most people think Jesus Christ is the Messiah and he fulfills everything. But Jews, they're like, nah, shut the hell up with all that craps. But anyways, yeah. So I'm talking from a Jewish standpoint. There's two sets of messiahs. There's the Messiah Ben Yosef and the Messiah the son of David, or the son of Ben David, and so forth, right? So for those people who know it, you know it. If you don't, like, let me know in the comment section if you know this stuff already, yeah. Because to me, I'm like, yo, this is just redundant information, but we've done plenty of shows on these types of topic. So, anyways, yeah. So in there, yeah, we have a whole concept here which ties in with the Kemetic stuff. So we have a concept in there, yeah, that talks about the Messiah, the son of Joseph, right? And what most people don't understand, yeah, that Joseph, yeah, was a big boy Kemetian, just like Moses, yeah, according to the stories, by the way. Yeah, there were big boy Kemetians, like big boy Kemetians. And what do I mean by big boy Kemetians? Yeah, like they literally, oh sorry, Joseph, yeah, literally held the highest office within side of Kemetic civilization according to the biblical narrative, right? He held the position of vizier. He had held the position of the second in command. He held the position of being the ruler of Egypt, um, in effectiveness, whereas the pharaoh was, the king or the ruler of Egypt in the throne and in hereditary status. Yeah, so he was a big boy according to the narrative. He was such a big boy that he was even offered up and given a priestess, a yeah, he was given. Cheese, man, like Gabs. What's good? Hold on 1 second, family. Chi. Hey, Gabs, what you saying? Gabs.
Yeah, we said.
Bro, I'm live on Titans TV, man. Where you at?
I'm out of a little meal. My bedroom's girl's birthday.
Cheese. Say hello to the family, though.
There you go. Oh, can everyone hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, snap. What's happening? What's happening, everyone?
Cheese. Medicine man. Medicine man. Let them know.
You know, we're here, man.
All right.
You think we were sleeping?
Cheese.
You think we were sleeping? No, we still here. We still alive.
All right, cool. All right, when you get back, yeah? When you get back.
Yeah, when I get back, we'll chat then, yeah?
All right, cool.
All right, bro. Peace, peace.
Bless up. Anyway, so medicine man. Jeez. All right, cool. So, anyways, yeah. Jeez, it's hot. So, anyways, yeah. So we have the vizier, we have Joseph, big boy. He married into the priesthood of Ra in Heliopolis, right? So he was a big boy. He allowed the Jews to come in to have a space in Egypt, and to run things. So the Jews are looking or expecting a Messiah, yeah, that is after Joseph to return. A Kemetic Messiah. Can you imagine? Jeez. Anyways, that's one thing, but I don't want to discuss that right now. Yeah, let's actually go into some real stuff, because obviously in Kemet we've also the concept of a Kemetic Messiah. Usually I'll go through the scriptures and we can tear it up that way, but I can't be bothered today. Today I just want to just be eased in, see what the family is saying, have a relaxed talk, and then afterwards, I think tomorrow, so we'll create a nice little video, like a nice little 5-minute video that's explaining all of this, so it's just nice and easy to digest. But right now, it's just like, yeah, let's see what the family's saying, man. It's been too long. But anyways, okay, so in Kemet, yeah, we have something called a prophecy called the Neferti prophecy, right? And it has that whole concept. It has that whole apocalyptic. Actually, in the Hermetica as well, there's a whole apocalyptic literature talking about how Kemet will go upside down. Things will just turn around. The Asiatics, the Easterners will come in and take over Kemet, and people will be lost. They will literally be Kemetic by speech, like they'll speak the language, but they will be completely foreign. All their gods that they used to be worshipped would now be looked at as something that these people were crazy or irreligious, and etc. etc. The whole paradigm of Kemet being the whole, how can I put it, heaven on earth, yeah, will be looked at upside down. So prophecy, sick prophecy in there, but it talks about a king that will arrive, yeah, a redeemer that will come in and to bring back the temples, the gods, the worship, etc., 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 right? And this is the same concept, right, inside of Judaism, called the Messiah, right? It's the person that's going to come back, is a king, it's a ruler that's going to come back and reinitialize or reinstate the temple practices, reinstate the kingdom of Israel. reinstated. So we have that same principle inside of Kemet. And that's why when I look at a lot of these Kemetic practitioners, right? And I'm seeing everybody here is talking about, they've got a temple. And I'm like, how you have a temple when you don't have a pharaoh? Let me repeat that again, yeah, because most of you ain't hearing, yes. I'm sending out shots right now. How are you going to have a temple when you don't have a pharaoh? And then how are you going to have a pharaoh, yeah, and you've given yourself titles, yeah, as Nesu? How are you going to have such titles, yeah, when you don't even own the land? It don't make no sense, yeah? People be making up ish these days, yeah, and I'm like, Lord God. Anyways, yeah, so I want to just discuss, and I want to send out some shots so I can stimulate some dialogue. I want some of you guys to jump in and go back and forth. So let's get it. So, anyways, tomorrow we'll do a nice video. But as I was saying, there's a whole concept of a Kemetic Messiah, a Messiah returning, a kingship, an order returning, back to Kemet, or back to wherever the people of Kemet, or the people who prophesy or profess to have a Kemetic philosophy. There needs to be a return of it. There needs to be a reestablishing of such institutions. But I want to go into that, yeah. But first and foremost, let's invite you guys in. Yeah, let's invite you guys in. What's good? Let me get people in. What's good? We've got Musa on the panel. Talk to me, King.
What's going on? What's going on?
Jeez.
What you said was very interesting in regards to a temple. How can you have a temple? You don't own the land. How can you have a temple? You don't have a pharaoh. But I was thinking that you can still have a temple. You can have a temple of Kemet and have a priest, a Kemetic priest or priestess in there, and you can conduct worship independent of the pharaoh. I wouldn't say that because look, if you can have in the UK, you can have, or outside of India, you can still have a Hindu temple and have a Hindu priest or priestess in there worshiping a Hindu god or goddess. So why can't we have a Kemet temple outside of the, Kemet and still worship a Kemet god or goddess? Does that make sense?
I hear you. The reason why you can't have that, unlike most religions, yeah, Kemet is not a religion. Let me pull that backwards. Rewind that one there, select that. Kemet is not a religion. Yeah? Kemet is a state. It is a country. It is an empire. Right? So,
okay.
In that being said, it being a state, it being a country, right? In order for the rulership, the economics of the country to work, right? They have institutions, and those institutions have offices, okay? And the role of the pharaoh was the CEO. He was the grand officer of the whole Kemetic empire, the whole country, right? And his temple was an economic reserve. It was a social hub, right? So if you don't have the pharaoh in place, you can't possibly have a temple, and you can't possibly have a nation or a state. It's impossible. How can you have a state when you don't have rulership? And if you don't have rulership, then your temples cannot work, because how is the economic circulating? It doesn't circulate.
I hear you, but before there was pharaohs, there was still forms of Kemetic worship.
Okay, so there you go. So things like shrines. This is why I rate Jabari in a sense, because Jabari don't claim to have temples. Jabari claims to have a shrine. right?
Okay.
So you can have a shrine. That's not a problem. But
Okay.
every temple, yeah, the head of a temple within inside of Kemet is the pharaoh. The pharaohs have bureaucracy. He has delegations. He delegates his power to, other officers, basically mayors, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
To rule the particular areas of the temples, right? But if you don't
Yeah.
have a pharaoh who can delegate authority, then there's no way you can have a temple. But if you're talking about a shrine, a place of worship, then that's something completely different. But a temple and a shrine are two different things. Like a temple and a tomb are two different things, or a temple and a shrine and a tomb is two different things. You with me?
I'm with you.
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
on. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me quickly let's see. Someone put here: would Kemetic Messiah be similar to another reincarnation of Sir Thoth? Would it be? Would it be? What do you think, Musa?
Are you talking about you say Bath as in Tahuti?
Yeah.
100%. It'll be like because Tahuti is a Messiah type. Osiris is a Messiah type.
Nah. See? Not at all. None of them are
Why?
Messiah. None of them are Messiah types.
Why not?
None of them are Messiah types. The only Messiah
In
type, okay, would be Heru or Haru or Hor or Horus. That is the king. That is the king. Let me
yeah,
let me
but
do some
in order Osiris was the father of Haru, and it takes an Osiris to father and Haru. Haru
okay.
can't father itself.
Okay. Let me see. Horus, there we go. There you go. There you go. So let's get a Horus up. There you go. Horus. Horus, also known as Heru, Hor.
That's right.
In ancient Egyptian, is one of the most significant ancient Egyptian deities who served many functions, most notably as god of kingship, healing, protection, the sun, and the sky. He was worshipped from at least the late prehistoric Egypt until the Ptolemaic kingdom and Roman Egypt. Okay? He is the god of kingship. Okay?
Yeah.
He is the god of kingship. The Messiah is a king. That is the role of the Messiah, is to be a king. So the
Okay.
only one that fits that role would be Horus or Hor, because every single pharaoh, yeah, every single pharaoh was an incarnation, yeah, every single pharaoh was an incarnation of Horus. That's why he was given one of the names of the king when he came into power was Horus, or the Golden Horus name. Okay, these are certain titles that were given to the pharaoh. So
I
it is.
hear.
So that's why I'm saying to you, yeah, like that is the pharaoh from an Egyptian standpoint. Let me quickly see what's going on here. Rizar says, Kellen, when's the last time you spoke to Issa Black Shia? Jeez, for a minute, for a minute. Hey, yo, family tree, like up the show, Tell a friend to tell a friend. The Titans TV's back, baby. The return of the Messiah, baby. The Kemetic Messiah, baby. The Kemetic Prophet, baby. The Kemetic King, baby. We're back, baby. The Kemetic God, baby. We're back, baby. Young Caliph, baby. Jeez. And listen, we're back, family. All right? I know you guys have been missing the consciousness. You lot have been missing the information. I know I've been missing it. Yeah. So we're back. So tell a friend to tell a friend, yeah, because we're gonna be back. We're gonna be jumping on some topics, yeah. So let's get it. Let everybody know we're back. All right, come on, let's go. Go on. Do you want to say anything?
I would say that definitely Messiah was the king. Messiah's Christ was kings in Kemet, but in Hebraic tradition, there was more than one Messiah, and
Mhm.
David was a Christ
Mhm.
before Yeshua was a Christ.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, would you not say that Cyrus was a Christ-like child?
Of course, Cyrus
And
was a Christ. They called him the Christ. That's the first time you get mention of the Christ in the Bible.
Cyrus,
Is no, not Cyrus. Oh, you're talking about Osiris.
yeah, Osiris.
Osiris, yeah. Osiris was one of the first earthly kings. He was one of the
See,
first earthly kings, according to the mythology. Now,
mm,
let me quickly just get at this. Yeah, how do you find ancestors or family tree back to people of Kem after slavery? Personally, Markaya, I don't look for that connection personally. Okay.
there is. I know
Yeah.
of something. I know of something. Sheikh Anta Diop did a study on the Yoruba,
Yeah.
and he said that they were the closest kingdom um, in its behavior and character after Kemet. The
Mm-hmm.
Yorubas, they go back to Sudan,
Mm-hmm.
Lower Egypt,
You see me.
or Lower Egypt, or North, or Upper Egypt, depending on how you look at the map. The Yorubas went back to the Sudan, and through
Mhm.
Yoruba bloodline, you will get back to one of the Nubians.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
One
fine.
of them. One of them. Go on.
I take it from a different standpoint, right? With this particular question, I don't even go so far as to disrespect the ancestors, hereditary ancestors, right? To claim, because for example, Hebrew Israelites will claim descent from Jews or Hebrews, right? And I'm not going to
Yeah.
take that away from them, because I'm not going to take away the fact that there is migration and there were Jews going into the interior of Africa, right? And I'm not going to
Yeah.
take away the fact that there were ancient Nubian, ancient Kemetic migration into the to the interior of Africa, and traveling also into Europe, traveling also into the Asias and so forth. I'm not going to take that away from it, but I'm not going to claim, me personally, I am not going to claim descent from Kemetics or Egyptians. Okay, because that's a long time. I rather give our West African ancestors the I don't know the props that they deserve. All right, because they have great empires and great civilizations, great societies and great cultures, etc. It's just that I personally belong to various Kemetic traditions and Kemetic schools, right?
Yeah.
And I'm teaching this information. I won't be as brazen to say that I have Kemetic ancestry like that. And I don't trace this back based upon my blood lineage. I don't have the time for that nonsense. Personally, I'm not saying that, West Africans and others are not related. I'm just saying I just don't have the time to do that gymnastics right there. Okay, man like Mr. Morpheus, what's good? Yeah, listen, let me just send the link. Come true if you're looking to come true. Peace from across the waters. All right, let's go. What it says here. Excuse me, but return. Why? What didn't he complete? Jeez. The Kemetic Messiah. So I don't know. You need to just clarify that, right? Because we're not talking in this instance. We're not talking about what most people would think we're talking about, which is the Christian Messiah, because we're going to do a separation between Christian Messiah and Jewish messiahs. Okay, there is a Christian
Mm,
Messiah, and there is Jewish messiahs, and then there is a Kemetic Messiah. Every single Kemetic who professes to practice Kemetic philosophy, Kemetic religion, or spirituality has to believe in a Kemetic Messiah, even if they don't even know that they believe in a Kemetic Messiah. Yeah.
okay.
And if you don't, believe me on that, fight me for it. Fight me. Yeah. You're all waiting.
Mm,
Every Kemetic here is waiting for a Kemetic Messiah. I'm gonna put it
mm,
out there like that. If you claim Kemeticism, you are waiting, yeah, the return of a Kemetic Messiah. Otherwise, your work's going to waste. Personally, all right. So let's get it. I'm out for smoke today. You know, I'm trying to get smoke. I want everybody to come in. Yeah, let's get smoky. Let's have an atmosphere of love with it, though. Yeah, and have an atmosphere of academia and pull up some sources. Yeah, let's go, baby. All right. So you're saying, so yeah, keep the questions coming true. Yeah, keep the questions coming true. And yeah, the link sends, so come true. Like this one is just for us to just catch up, man. I've been away for a minute. Let's catch up. Do you believe in the race of jinns born of fire? Okay, see on here, yeah, on Titans TV, like I always say, yeah, I always say that we don't deal with beliefs. I always say it, you know. I always say it, and I'd be controversial, yeah. Yeah, let me just say, I don't actually really deal with beliefs. So anytime I say something as belief, I'm talking in folk tongue because I don't deal with belief. Because for me, from a Kemetic standpoint and from a standpoint of academia, the only thing that I care about is knowledge. The only thing I care about is knowledge. If I have a belief, right, I know that I'm walking in something called isfet, or I'm walking in ignorance or erroneous information. My whole thing is if I don't know something, yeah, I don't want to just simply believe. I just say I don't know and I want to know. Something inside of me just spurs me on, yeah, to say, like, let's get to know. Okay. Let me give you another Kemetic school of thought, the Rosicrucianisms, right? Like one of our principles within inside of Rosicrucianism is to be a walking question mark. You should question everything. Everything. There's like you're not supposed to believe at all. The moment that you believe in you, that's the moment that you're saying, yeah, I give up. I'm in ignorance. I don't know. All right, let's get it. So do you believe in the race of jinn born of fire? So according to the Quran, there is a race of jinn born of fire. So I'll tell you from the Quran there is, but real life, anyway, that's another story. All right. What are you saying to me, Musa?
I think different peoples have used different terminologies to describe what they saw. So in the Quran, they say it's the race of jinns. In another culture, they might call it something else, like Nephilims. In another culture, they might call it giants. But I believe that something um alluding to that existed sometime in the ancient past, and you know they played some type of role in human history because people always mention something about race of jinns or race of giants, or you understand what I'm saying to you? Giants existed or something referring to some different kind of otherworldly beings. So the world is an interesting place with some gaps in our history that are yet to make it to the public mainstream. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Man like Anthony Black. Let me just see. Okay. Says here, what will be him or her's name? And when will he or she come? Yeah? Baby. I thought Anthony. Anthony! Like, I don't understand. Like what you don't see Kalam in front of you right now. Like who else are you expecting to return? I'm curious, like who else are you expecting to in return, my guy? Yeah, I'm catching Joe. Well, who else are you expecting?
I'm thinking that the Kemetic Messiah should have a Kemetic name.
Of course, he should have a Kemetic name. That's when you go into the Kemetic societies, yeah, and then you find out, yeah, Kalam's Kemetic name. But for now, we're here, Titans TV, baby.
I'm with you.
You dig? You have to do your research. You have to be initiated to find out, the king's name. Come on. All right, so cool. Anyways, yeah, let's get into some knowledge, right? Let's get into some knowledge, yeah, because I think people are more into, like, let's say, let's go into some Messiahness now. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's see. You know what? Because I didn't even have no intention of doing this, but it's not too bad. Okay, so anyways, let's do some Messiahness here for the Christians and the Hebrew Israelites, if you are here with me right now. So how many of you guys here are familiar with Messiah ben Yosef? Does anybody know about Messiah ben Yosef? Right? See, most people don't know about this stuff. Yeah? Like when the Christians were writing, the story of Jesus, right? They were familiar with this because these prophecies and these texts that were written during that time period, had that how can I put it? The zeitgeist of that era had, the messiahs. They knew about it. Why do you think they even gave Jesus his father's name as Joseph? That's a story for another day. Why do you think they were even linking him to being the son of David? Because they knew about these different messiahs, and what they were trying to do was to put these two different archetypes together into one being, into one person, right? But fully well knowing that Jesus never completed anything that these messiahs did or was supposed to do. Hence, they tell you that Jesus will have to return, the return of the Messiah, so he could accomplish the things that he didn't accomplish, that is meant to be accomplished. Anyways, yeah, let's go into some Jewish tradition. Yeah. So, anyways, messianic tradition. Jewish tradition alludes to four messianic figures called the four craftsmen, from a vision found in the book of Zechariah. Hebrew text 2:1-4. Traditional English text 1:18-21. The four craftsmen are discussed in the Babylonian Talmud. All right. Let me skip a little bit. Okay. Identifies these four craftsmen as Messiah ben David, Messiah ben Joseph, Elijah, and the righteous priest. Each will be involved in ushering the messianic age. They are mentioned in the Talmud and the book of Zechariah. Rashi, in his commentary on the Talmud, gives more details. Right? Rashi explains that the Messiah ben Joseph is called a craftsman because he will rebuild the temple. Nachmanides also commented on Messiah ben Yosef's rebuilding of the temple. The roles of the four craftsmen are as follows. Elijah will be the herald of the eschaton. If necessary, Messiah ben Yosef will wage war against the evil forces and die in combat with the enemies of God and Israel. According to Saadia Gaon, the need for his appearance will depend on the spiritual condition of the Jewish people. Let me just stop there. All right. Anyways, he's also found, read this up. I remember I did this like a good 7 years ago. I brought this to Speaker's Corner, but nobody was on that level. So I said, you know what? I don't. I think I was debating with what's his name, the white Muslim Paul. That's his name. And I was bringing these things up here, but I realized, sugar. You think you're coming to a place where people are actually well learned and read in academia, but they're not. They only know the religious stuff. So meaning they only know either the Bible or they only know the Quran, rather than the literature that was circulating during the historical time period. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, if you want to have a chance, go through, read it, and we could discuss at a further date if you guys aren't aware of this literature already. Yeah. Okay. So
that's good information there, though, man.
Yeah. I wanted to go into some other information, because you know what, most people don't even know, that Jesus was not really an impressive Messiah during his day, right? He wasn't really impressive because the Jews were waiting the Egyptian Messiah, and that's the Messiah that they followed during that time period. Josephus, said that there was an Egyptian prophet claiming to be the Messiah. He had 30,000 followers. You know how many followers Jesus had during that time period?
How many?
Maximum 20. The 12 disciples and a few women. My man had 30,000 followers, according to Josephus. Actually, let me do this with you guys for a little bit. Let me do this. Because most people don't even know that the Jews are waiting an Egyptian Messiah. Let me do this. Egyptian prophet. Let's see if we do this. Egyptian prophet. There you go. Hopefully, you lot can read this. All right, I've just typed in Egyptian prophet. So this is Wikipedia studies. Yeah, like obviously, you know me, I go to the source material and I read Josephus and I find these interesting things and I bring it out to the community. And I just realized, like, fam, do you know how much hard work that is? Yeah, back in the day, I was watching some of my old school videos. I was like, look how many like PDFs and books I'm just flipping through, yeah, and just going like, I'm like, you're a smart guy, yeah, but sometimes yeah, you're too smart for your own good. Make life easier and just give them Wikipedia so they can actually have access to this information too. Anyways, the Egyptian was a first century Jewish prophetic figure, sometimes described as a sign prophet or messianic prophet. He is said to have assembled a sizable gathering of followers atop the Mount of Olives, either in preparation for an assault of Jerusalem in order to establish himself as the ruler of the people, or in an expectation that he would miraculously cause the walls of the city to fall, allowing his followers to enter the city. This group was crushed by the Roman procurator of Judea, Antonius Felix, who ruled 52 to 60 CE, and the Egyptian fled, while many of the followers were killed and captured, with the remainder managing to flee and hide. Okay, Josephus makes mention of him. He calls him a false prophet. There was an Egyptian false prophet that did the Jews more mischief than the former, for he was a cheat and pretended to be a prophet also, and got together 30,000 men that were deluded by him. These he led around about from the wilderness to Mount, which was called the Mount of Olives. He was ready to break into into Jerusalem by force from that place. And if he could but once conquer the Roman garrison and the people, he intended to rule them by the assistance of those guards of his that were to break into the city with him. But Felix prevented his attempts and met him with the Roman soldiers, insomuch that when it came to a battle, the Egyptian ran away. Okay, that's according to him. And I think he's also mentioned in the Bible with the Acts of Paul. Hey, is it there? Yeah, okay, so here we go. In the Christian text, the Acts of the Apostles, the commander of the Roman garrison in Jerusalem, Claudius, mistakes Paul for this Egyptian, saying, "Aren't you the Egyptian who started a revolt and led 4,000 terrorists out into the wilderness some time ago?" Yeah. So just letting you know, yeah, back in the day, they were expecting an Egyptian Messiah, yeah, and an Egyptian Messiah turned up. Whether he was a true Messiah or a false Messiah, that's left to the annals of history. But I'll let you know for sure, he had more followers than Jesus did. Imagine that. But yeah, there's even records of
Very interesting.
There's even records of Jews actually thinking that Jesus was Egyptian as well. You know.
Very interesting.
That's a story for another day. Actually, do you know what's fun? Let me have some fun. You know, I love having fun. Can I have some fun? Do you know what? Have some fun with me?
Go true.
Okay, let me do this. Yeah, let me have some fun. Yeah. So I was watching Titans. You know, hey, who watches Titans? Hold on 1 second. Let me show you something. Yeah. Let me do this. Who watches Titans? I want to not Titans TV. I'm talking about Titans on Netflix. Yeah, you don't know on it. Okay, cool. Let me show you something that most people don't.
Jewish, right? Let's start with you.
I don't know if this is going to show. Yeah. Let's see if I can turn this up. Listen to this. Yeah.
Jesus legend, right? So Jesus Christ, technically, I imagine, had mixed race children, which I think is great, because mixed race people are really awesome.
Let me go back.
I want to. He was.
What I want to say, and I don't give a fuck about this white boy.
Smoke break. So you guys are probably wondering why I asked you to lunch.
It crossed my mind.
What the hell is this about?
I want to go way back for a second. I want to go back to Well, let's go with Jesus, because Jesus Christ was half black, half Jewish, right? Let's start with Jesus.
Did you catch that? I want to know.
Wow.
How did you caught that? Did you catch that?
Serious.
Yeah. The Jews, yeah. The Jews know, yeah. This is some stuff, yeah, that most people don't know, yeah. That Jews actually believe that Jesus was half black, you know. He was actually an Egyptian too, yeah, because
Mm.
back then there was the whole prophecy of there being an Egyptian prophet. Most people don't know this stuff, but anyways, yeah, I'm not even going to harp on it too much, yeah, because I like to have fun. Yeah, I like to have fun, but I don't know if everybody's up on that levels. So, where are we? Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So, as we can see, yeah, back in the day, yeah, there was the whole prophecy of an Egyptian Messiah. Back in the day, 2,000 years ago, the Jews actually followed an Egyptian Messiah, right? Back in the day, the Jews, although they didn't accept Jesus, thought of him as being an Egyptian and tried to pass himself off as a Messiah as well, right? But I'm giving you instances of Jewish messiahs, right? But this has got nothing really to do with the Kemetic Messiah. The Kemetic Messiah is something completely different, but it has the same undertones. The Kemetic Messiah is the one to, as we read underneath the Messiah ben Yosef, talking about the craftsman, the Kemetic Messiah is the one to rebuild the temple or to build back up the temples within inside of Kemet. The Kemetic Messiah is also a king as well. The Kemetic Messiah, if we actually go into the prophecies, right, you will see the things that he's supposed to do, right? And it's very, very interesting, right? And although the prophecy, there's a story about that, but I don't even want to go into that right now. Let me see what the family's saying, though. Let's see what the family's saying. Someone here says Jesus did not exist. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if Jesus didn't exist. I wouldn't say that. All right. Let's see. I'm used to seeing Shamsi versus Callum. Jeez. Okay. Okay. We're saying this man's confused with the knowledge. Come true, fam. Come true. Tell me what I'm confused with. Someone right here. Did Jesus die on the cross or stake or risen? Okay, cool. So you say, family, talk to me. Okay, so someone's writing here. So the Kemetic Messiah is basically Horus reincarnated through the latest prophet Pharaoh. No, no. I'm not saying that. The Kemetic Messiah is something completely different to the. Sorry, hold on. So the Kemetic Messiah is basically Horus reincarnated through the latest Pharaoh. Yeah, there you go. I like that. So the Kemetic Messiah is basically Horus reincarnated through the latest Pharaoh. Yeah, I would say that.
Because they're connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like in the Bible, obviously Egypt is called Mitzrayim.
Mm-hmm.
And so they would have had their own, bloodline, and they would have produced, messiahs to their people. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
So they say which one is it? You talk about the line of Abraham. I mean the line going through David to Yeshua, or the line going from Mitzrayim to Heru.
Jeez, man, like Chemo Ben Israel. See, I knew it, yeah. When did this? I didn't put this up, did I? Okay. See, I know, yeah. When I put up topics like this, yeah, I know I'm gonna get my Hebrew Israelite brothers into the mix. What's good, family? Anyways, the link is there, shared, yes. So if you lot want to come in, I just want to chop it up with you guys. I made sure I put a nice little clickbait title because I haven't done a show in a long time to get, my Kemetics involved, my Christians are involved, my Hebrew Israelites involved. And I know Muslims are always there, like, so I know they got the Messiah in there. So, like, everybody get involved, man. Come onto the panel. This is it. We're bringing this in. What is the link between Kemetic, Christian, Judaic, and Muslim religions? What is the link between Kemetic, Christian, Judaic, and Muslim religions? I would say the link between all of those religions would be
Abraham.
nope.
That's why they're called the Abrahamic religions: Christian, Judaic, and Muslim. Kemet
Kemetic.
is not really. Kemet is
Yes.
outside of.
Yes, outside that. So where would the link for Kemet come in? Do you know?
Mm,
You know? I'm sure you said you was a Muslim before, right? The very
Hagar.
first chapter in the Quran. That's the link right there. That will
I'd say,
explain.
okay.
If you know the very first chapter, let me know what the very first chapter in the Quran is. Revealed to Muhammad. Do you know?
Is it Ikra? So Al-Fat is it?
Yeah, it's Ikra.
Al-Fatih.
No, it's Ikra.
Ikra, read.
Ikra. Ya Muhammad, Ikra. Bismi rabbika allazi al-khalaka. Yeah. So that's the one right there. Read in the name of your sustainer. Read. Yeah. You know, read in the name of your Lord who taught men by the pen. That
I was
which
gonna,
he
I
did
was,
not know.
I was gonna, you know, I'd say Hagar, you know,
No,
wife of Abraham.
no, it tells you right. I'm telling you what it is.
That's
It's the
a,
fact of reading. Yeah. It's the fact of Allah saying in the Quran. No, let me not say Allah because it's not Allah. It's your Rab. Yeah. Your sustainer saying, read in the name of your Lord who taught men by the pen that which he did not know. Who taught men by the pen? Who was the one who?
the pen, Callum.
There you go. Come on, baby. As I said, yeah, your Messiah's here, baby. You lot just can't see it before your eyes. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. But anyways, yeah, who is the one inside of inside of Islamic historiography who was taught by the pen or introduced the art of writing to humanity? Do you know?
Oh, I think as I've got Antara.
No, Idris. Idris
Okay.
is the one who taught men the art of writing. Okay, Idris is the one who taught men sciences in the biblical you know, in the biblical
It's just of the Old Testament.
yeah, in the biblical traditions, right? He's known as Hanok or Enoch. He is the one that taught men by the pen. He is the one that taught men science and astrology and astronomy and all the great sciences, right? He is the
Yeah.
one. He is the one that they relate back to in terms of Greek and Egyptian philosophy. That is Hermes or Jehuti, right? He is the one that is the linking factor. He is also in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. He is there prior to the flood, right? He is the Egyptian prophet, right? That is the linking factor. If you wanted to say, yeah, what links Kemetic, Christian, Judaic, and Muslim religions together, this one character links them all together because all of them give reverence, yeah, back to this particular individual. Because he was the first of all of these people was given the titles Son of Man, which obviously the Kemetic Messiah has the Son of Man. I'm not even going to go into Kemetic literature.
I did mention Tahiti earlier though, didn't I?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I was saying yeah.
He is the main guy. He
Yeah.
is the main guy that links everybody together, right? But we don't
That's right.
claim, as Kemetic, we don't claim everybody else's stuff, but everybody else would claim
Claims.
or
That's
go back
correct.
to
That's correct.
Enoch, Hanok, okay? And they will tell you that he was an Egyptian or an Ethiopian, you know, who was the ruler of the whole entire world in some certain places, who taught men all the sciences, who introduced everything, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
That's the one. That's what really links everybody together. Other than that, boy, I don't know. All right, cool. Let me go and see what else everybody else is saying here. Man says claim after claim with no proof. Jeez, okay. I call them the Abrahamic religions, the Trinity. I see that. Let me go back. Let's see. Wow, gone. What's good, man? Let me just put this up here. What is the link between blah blah blah? Was Osiris the first pharaoh and mummy?
Well, the first pharaoh,
Technically speaking,
the first dynastic pharaoh was Namar.
Yeah, the first mythological pharaoh was actually Ra. Then Ra passed on kingship to his son. So it went down to Shu. Then Shu passed it on to Geb. And then Geb passed it on to Asar. And then Setuk usurped the crown. And then it went on to him. And then finally Heru, or Haru or Hor, was the one to have kingship. And every single pharaoh is a Shemsu Hor, or he's a follower of Horus, and he's the incarnation of Horus or Hor or Haru. Mm-hmm. Is Kemetic and Hermetic the same? Kemetic philosophy and Hermetic comes from the same stream. Hermetic is a later version of the Kemetic philosophy. So yeah.
It's the equivalent of Kemet.
So you follow Hermes. So what the Greeks call Hermes is one of our greatest teachers. Yeah. Definitely my patron. That's my patron right there. 100%. Is Ra with the sun disk also Marduk? So Marduk is from the not Sumerian, is it? What's just after the Sumerian again?
Babylonian.
Yeah, Babylonian, them ones there. So he's over there, but it could be if you're doing the whole
Mesopotamia.
Mesopotamia. If you're doing the whole correspondence, it could be, but I'm not saying so. Okay, could be.
Murdoch is in connection with he's a sun god. Murdoch is a sun god.
Okay, can you answer my last question, please? So let's go back to Faith Davis. Let's see. Was Nimrod Ethiopian? So according to the biblical narrative, Nimrod was the son of Cush, right? So yeah,
that's
he would be classified as an Ethiopian.
That's correct.
So my guy here is saying, give me proof. What proof do you want, my brother? Ask a question or like state the proof that you want, right? And again, the family tree, like this is open for everybody to come in, like it's open. Yeah, let me just share the link right here. It's open. If you don't want to come true, right? Come true.
The proof is Noah. The proof that he would be Nimrod is Ethiopian is in the Old Testament after the flood. And you got the sons of Noah. Noah gives birth to three, to Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And he reads out the genealogy of Ham as Mitzrayim.
I want some Kemetics. Like, where's the Kemetics? Are your family? Like, I want some Kemetic people to just jump on in, like, because I want to start going into some Kemetic information. Because right now we're jumping around. We're jumping around into like Islam. We're jumping around into like the Jewish or Christian Bible. We're doing all of that stuff. But like, where's the Kemetics? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Where are the Kemetics? Like, Kemetic, stand up. I'm calling out your Kemetic Messiah. Like, I'm saying something that's wild. Yeah. Kemet and Messiah, is two terminologies that shouldn't even mix. I'm doing pure clickbait and I can't even see my Kemetics. Yeah. I know that my Hebrews would have came out for this one, but where's my Kemets? I don't get it. Where's the Kemet to you? What's good, family tree? Talk to me. Okay. Does that story go on, talk to me, my brother. Though. Talk to me. What are you saying to me? Because
you said it don't mix. He said you said something interesting like Kemet and you said and Messiah. The two terms don't go.
Yeah, it don't go hand in hand. When do you ever hear about When do you ever hear from a Egyptological standpoint or even a Kemetology standpoint, do they ever mix the Messiah, which generally is taken as a Christian term, although it's not a Christian term? When do you ever see it mixed in with Kemet? You don't.
No, they're not. They don't often say it.
No.
But there is if they looked deeper, there is some connection there, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Let me play some games. I'm gonna play some games actually. Let me play some games so we can have some fun, because I don't see too many people wanting to like participate. Yeah, let's see. Where are we? Do I have I was gonna bring up some literature, you know. We want some literature to see about the Kemetic prophecy. Who wants the Kemetic prophecy for the Messiah? Let me know. Who wants it? Where is it found actually? Let me share my screen again. But yo, Musa, I swear you got some information that I'm hearing that you wanted to do some, you know?
That's right. That's right.
I'll say to opportunity.
I'll say to add to what you're saying, Akhenaten plays a very important role when it comes to messiahship for
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, go on. Akhenaten
yeah, he plays in terms of Messiah, the Kemetic Messiah. Akhenaten and the family of Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, played a role into messiahship for ancient Kemet. Just in terms of what he was doing, I was thinking ideas he was ushering in. Akhenaten plays a very important role, and I believe that.
For me, Akhenaten's a heretic. I'll be real with you.
I don't think he was a heretic. I just think he proposed ideas that were a bit ahead of its time for the current Egyptians. The concept of oneness, henotheism, or monotheism, or form of monotheism. It was a bit radical for the Egyptians to handle at that time. But
no, because
he was the father. It would have been a heretic to give birth to Tutankhamun, one of the most famous.
Well, Tutankhamun undone everything that he did.
Say that again.
Tutankhamun like reversed everything that he did. That
he did because he was
he was
certain family members.
We already had the oneness of God in Kemet prior to him.
Yeah, he did, but there was other problems going on in Kemet that was.
Is it me or you keep cutting out, my G? Yo, I hope it's not me. Family, can you hear me? Gotcha. What you saying?
Yeah. So it's like there's different aspects of the same thing, isn't it? Akhenaten and the family were the royal family. Mm-hmm. I don't think he was a heretic. He just had a different angle.
Well,
Akhenaten. Watch this. Akhenaten was his original name is Amenhotep. Mm-hmm. Amenhotep the Fourth. Mm-hmm. So Tutankhamun was born Tutankhaten.
Yeah.
When Akhenaten died, Tutankhamun changed the name to Tutankhamun, back to the faith of Amun. So Amun and Aten, Amun is an aspect of Re. Aten is an aspect of Re. He wasn't that far off what he was originally doing. He just brought in some new revolutionary ideas that he thought was going to be better for Egypt, and some people was with it because some people followed Akhenaten and some Egyptians didn't. You see what I'm trying to say to you? And so Tutankhamun came after, and he was a boy king, and certain other family members, like uncle, and didn't want that revolutionary idea to take off in Egypt. So they said, no, take it back to the belief of Amun.
Let me make you know what I'm saying. So when I say he's a heretic, according to, I don't want to use the word orthodoxy, but according to, let's say, at least 2,000 years of established, maybe less than 2,000, 1,800, 1,500 years of established institutions, right? Established ways of doing things, established routine, ma'at, endurance, right? Of doing things.
Yeah.
He changed it radically, right? Radically. There was always changes, but that change was a radical change that only existed in his era, right? So therefore, it was heretic. It was completely against the established norm. So that's why I call him a heretic king, right? Because that's exactly what it was.
That consciousness was always around her, what I've come to realize, because his father, Akhenaten, remember I said to you, Akhenaten's original name was Amenhotep IV. Amenhotep IV's father was Amenhotep III, and he also was into the Aten worship, but didn't take it to the extent that the son did. The son took Aten as the central god, number one god.
It's just politics, man. It's politics. It's politics. The
Yeah,
Amun
basically
had a lot of power and control in Kemet.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were just ruling things. But anyways, all right, let's talk something, man. Let's talk something proper. So you said that you had some stuff that you wanted to teach the people. Yeah. Here's the opportunity. Talk to me. Let me hear what you got to teach, man. Lay the seed.
Yeah, I think my art is gonna be is something I would like to introduce more. My art is not just the 42 laws or the woman that personified by a woman with the scales. My art is also a creation deity, a creation goddess responsible for creating the universe and creating balance. And she came out of the primordial waters, or the cosmic egg. Ma'at will play a role in anything Kemetic and it taking off in the modern era. And because Ma'at is so central to anything that Kemetic philosophy will, or psychology or spirituality will contain, I definitely think that Ma'at and understanding the principles of Ma'at in terms of setting up a Kemetic calendar, a Kemetic language, a Kemetic dress code. So everything is gonna evolve around order, a Kemetic economy, Kemetic banking. Like Ma'at will play a role in guiding the thought pattern, mentality, emotions, expressions, politics, economics, family, educational curriculum. Ma'at will play a role. So I definitely think that in terms of Kemetic or Egyptian Messiah, Ma'at will be in work within tandem, work with as a partner to anything Kemetic, messianic type of revivalism or reconstructionism, just off the basis of the principle of Ma'at. and how strong that role will be, and her purpose will be in reintroducing the Kemetic messianic or golden age. I would say that this is the time when the laws of 42 laws of Ma'at will be revived, re-examined, spoken about, and so forth. Because where there's, the order of life parallels or works in tandem with death. So the book of the dead, the book of life, the book of the dead, and it will still concern the laws of Ma'at, the 42 laws of Ma'at, and how to, proper birth ceremony and death ceremony.
Let me bring some controversy, yeah? Yeah, family tree, let me bring some controversy, yeah? Yeah.
Come with it.
Because I don't know where my Kemetics are at, yeah? So I personally don't believe in no 42 laws of Ma'at, I think that there is a lot of horseradish. Yeah? Talk to me.
Where do you get that information from?
Because there's no such thing as 42 laws of Ma'at.
So what are the why would you say that?
I'm telling you that there's no such thing as the 42 laws of Ma'at, right? Like that burden of proof, yeah, to prove that there is something. You're saying the affirmative, the positive, that there is 42 laws of Ma'at, right? So it's down to you to actually prove that there is 42 laws of Ma'at. There's no such thing as 42 laws of Ma'at. That's a lot of garbage that what does Garfield call them? The ultra Kemetians or something like that. Ultra something. Super Kemets are talking about. There ain't no such thing as 42 laws of Ma'at.
Kemet, you're saying Kemetic. There's no one in Kemet that there was never 42 laws written down on hieroglyphics or papyrus.
Nope. Never. Nowhere. Nowhere at all. I'm ready to give the Kemetians some smoke.
So where do 42 laws of Ma'at come from?
From people's imaginations.
Where did you get that from?
What do you mean where I get that from? It's from people's imaginations. There is no such thing as 42 laws of Ma'at. Right? People are making stuff up. It's that simple. And I want some Kemetics to come on, yeah? And it's time that we start debunking these myths here within inside of the community, yeah? Talking about 42 laws of Ma'at.
I'm looking into it right now.
Jeez. Okay, cool. Also, Kemetic, let me just read. Also, Kemetic means oneness according to people from that religion. Kemetic means oneness? No, I don't know about that. Regions from that region. Okay. Nah. I know people say Kemet means black. Yeah. Kemet definitely does mean black. And that is definitely one way of understanding the word Kemet. Yes. Kemet means black. But there's different ways of understanding the word Kemet also. From a hieroglyphic standpoint, Kemet, from the root kem, means black. And it could be applied to various different things. It could be used as a noun, it could be used as an adjective, it could be used as other things. So when you say kem, it means black. When you say Kemet, it could be a black thing, it could be a black person in terms of a female with the T ending. It can mean various different things. When it's applied to the hieroglyph Naut, it also means a black country or the black state, black country. Asai Imhotep has recently done some work on the word Kemet, and it's quite possible that it could mean like a homestead, a farm, a place of cultivation, a marketplace. No, a place of cultivation makes more sense. Yeah, a place of cultivation. So Imhotep, actually, I should actually get him on. There you go. He's somebody who's actually putting in the scientific research with inside of Kemet. Everybody else, I don't even know what's going on. And there's a bloody fly in here. Do 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 do. I'm trying to cause some madness. Are you bringing the white man pseudoscience to African history? Boom, boom. Dum 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 dum. So you say family tree? The link has been shared, you know. I'm waiting for you guys to come in. I've only got a few more minutes left on here with you guys, you know. So it'd been very nice if you lot did come true and you know, shared something that you lot have on your minds. Because I'm down to actually have some conversations. I'm down to speak to some Kemetic people. I'm down to speak to some Hebrews, some Muslims, some Christians. I want to chop it up, man. I want to know what's going on. I do want to go back to Speaker's Corner just to see the vibe, see what's going on. I think my time there at Speaker's Corner is over though, personally. But it would be nice to see what is going on, what's been discussed. Is it the same old, same old? Like I need new information to stimulate me, right? But anyways, we're gonna have some Talk with the Titans shows coming up soon. We're gonna have some old school big names coming back onto the show, but we're also gonna have a lot of like where I get my information from. So we're gonna get a lot of academic professors, PhDs, and doctors to come onto the show to actually drop some knowledge for you guys, right? Because I need you guys here to be like gravitating and levitating to that level of like discourse, because otherwise, yeah, I'm just bored with
Yeah, listen, I found something. Yeah, the 42 laws.
Go ahead. You're breaking up, by the way. You're breaking up if you're still speaking.
42 laws, or they say the 42 minor deities, is found in the ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead.
So which one? The minor deities or the laws? Which one is found in the Book of the Dead?
The 42 minor deities.
Okay, that's not the laws of Ma'at, right? That's not 42 laws of Ma'at.
It's nice. They're connected, man.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm gonna do for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys work. Yeah, anytime that people come on and make claims, yeah, you don't need to provide the evidence to back it up.
No problem.
It's no more believing. Yeah. Again, let me tell you something. You see, Kemetic philosophy, right? It has nothing to do with beliefs. It's not a belief system. It's not a religion. Yeah. Do you know what worship was for them? The highest form of worship. You know what the highest form of worship was? Education, studying, gaining knowledge. That was the highest form of worship. So most people are looking for some, you know, meditation and some spirituality and floating and doing nonsense. Yeah, like that's not it. Kemet was a very practical society, systems in place, right? For you to gain information, knowledge, yeah, to become a virtuous human being, to become a productive member of society, right? That's what it was about. It had nothing to do with, you know, like, because you're seeing gods, like, they never believed in the gods like how Muslims and Christians believe in gods. Their gods were very real things. They were the elements, the forces in nature, the principles within inside of nature. They were very tangible, real things. The things that they espouse were real things. It wasn't this otherworldly stuff. Everything that they acknowledge belonged to this world, right? So again, I want to make sure, yeah, that if you lot are going to make claims, yeah, provide your evidence. If you are truthful, let's go, baby. Let's go. Everybody can get it. Get on the hot seat. We've got what, less than 10 minutes left, family tree. So if you guys want to come in, come on in. Talk to me.
It's also found the 42 judges. Can you hear me? 42 judges is also found in the papyrus of Annie.
That's fine.
So that's two sources: the Book of the Dead and the papyrus of Annie.
The papyrus of Annie is part of the Book of the Dead.
Okay.
Okay. And you're telling me that there's 42 judges. That's not 42 laws.
Well, it's
You with me?
connected. Maybe
We
the
can go-
42.
We can go now to, I don't know, we can go down to the Old Bailey or wherever we need to go. We can get judges. It doesn't mean that a judge, 10 judges mean that there's now 10 laws.
Yeah, but
Just like
maybe law and judge was interchangeable.
law and judges are not. Come on, my guy. Come on, my guy. Don't tell me law and judges are interchangeable. Don't tell me that.
To judge something, you have to pass a law. Like to judge, you have to judge someone. You have to judge somebody on a law.
Okay.
Because how else would you judge someone?
You don't need to use a law to judge people.
No, but I'm talking about in this context, in this aspect, concerning my truth, justice, and order. In order to apply truth, justice, and order, there has to be a law on which you base that truth on.
There don't need to be no law. There don't need to be
a
law. I can judge right now, yeah, whether you're lying to me, whether you're telling the truth to me, right? Whether you're a just person or whether you're irreligious or unjust person. I don't need a law for that. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to put it out there, yeah? You guys who are talking some talks.
In Kemet, they didn't just do those things. In Kemet, they had a rule on how they applied the law, the rule of law. That's what they say.
Man, like orthodox, Oh, sugar, it's the wrong thing. Oh, man. Man, like orthodox more has been going in, It's been keeping it strong. What's good? Yeah, man. Even, you see that? The emerald tablets? Nah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So what's good, family? Like, come true. Come on in. Like, I'm going to throw some spanners in the woodworks, right? I'm going to throw some spanners in the woodworks. And it's down for you guys here to now provide evidence, to back up some of, the claims that were just floated around in the conscious community. Because I always go, we always have debates with Muslims and stuff. Like, it's time for everybody else to get it. Like, what's up? What's good? What's good? So yeah, anyways, family tree, come on in. We've only got a few more minutes left. We're discussing the Kemetic Messiah. I was going to bring up the prophecy of Neferti. Actually, let me actually just see if we have it on. Let me share my screen. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not too sure if the prophet. Let's see. Prophecy of Neferti. Come on, give it to us. There you go. Hey, there we go. All right. Oh, man. Yeah.
What's wrong?
No, because I wanted to show it to you guys from at least, let me see if I can share my screen. Present, share screen, entire screen. Let's try that. Boom, share. Can't even do that. Never mind. Can't even do it. Sorry.
Elaborate on the prophecy of Neferti.
All right, the prophecy of Neferti, yeah? All right, let me go to it. Let's see, page 169. If we were to go, let's see, prophecy of Neferti. I know it's 169. Where is it? No, it's not. 139. Let me go to 139 real quickly. Okay. So anyways, yeah. Let's get to the good bits of the prophecy of Neferti, okay? So there's all these mad turmoils that's going on. Let me give you a breakdown of it, okay? All right. I show you the land in turmoil. The weak armed is strong armed. One salutes him who saluted. I show you the undermost uppermost. What was turned on back turns the belly. Men will live in the graveyard. The beggar will gain riches. The great will rob to live. The poor will eat bread. The slaves will be exalted. Gone from the earth is the nome of On, which is Heliopolis, the birthplace of every god. Then a king from the south, Ameni, the justified by name, son of a woman of Tarseti, Nubia, child of Upper Egypt. He will take the white crown. He will wear the red crown. He will join the two mighty ones. He will please the two lords with what they wish, with field circular in his fist or in his grasp. Rejoice, O people of his time. The Son of Man will make his name for all eternity. The evil minded, the treason plotters, they suppress their speech in fear of him. Asiatics will fall to his swords. Libyans will fall to his flame. Rebels to wrath, traitors to his might. As the serpent on his brow subdues the rebels for him, one will build the walls of the ruler to bar Asiatics from Arabs, basically, from entering Egypt. They shall beg water as supplicants, so as to let their cattle drink. Then order, Ma'at, will return to its seat, while chaos is driven away. Rejoice, he who may behold, he who may attend the king, and he who is wise will libate for him when he sees fulfilled what I have spoken. So, basically, yeah, it's a theme within inside of ancient Egyptian literature, which is
Sounds
apocalyptic.
powerful.
Yeah, very powerful. Yeah, very
Very,
powerful.
very.
You know,
And I didn't know about that. And I always knew that Ma'at was important. I always knew that Ma'at was important. That's why I knew that it would be the root of reviving Kemetic
yeah. But
lifestyle, spiritual.
truth be told with you, right? If you was to say what was the religion of Kemet, or what was the culture of Kemet, or what was the philosophy of Kemet, if you was to put it as a word, right, it would be called Ma'at. That is the religion of Kemet. That is the philosophical system of Kemet. That is the root of everything inside of Kemet. Right? Kemet is the name of the country. But what is the system that they practice? The system was Ma'at.
Wow.
You know?
So
Most
on the
people
same,
don't know
on the
that.
same, on the same page then.
Yeah, of course.
So also they again the 40 they say the 42 confessions, negative confessions, was found in the Papyrus of Ani.
Ooh, there we go. Now you've got the terminology, right?
Okay.
42 negative confessions.
Okay.
Right? Not laws. They are
All right, not
negative
laws, but
confessions.
confessions.
There you go. Now we're on point. Now we're on point. You know? I'm glad to see you doing your research.
Yeah.
So, as we can see here, the Son of Man, yeah? The Son of Man. The Son of Man. I'm gonna repeat that, right? Is to come from the Kemetic standpoint. Yeah, I'm saying within the Judeo-Christian literature, there is the Son of Man that will come in the clouds, right? But in the Kemetic literature, that predates it by a thousand years.
That's
You've
right.
got the Son of Man who will come. Yeah, you know, in the Bible, Revelations 3:14, it talks about the Amun or the Amen.
That's correct. That's
But our
correct.
king, his name is called Ameni.
See,
little throwaways, right? Little throwaways. The Redeemer King, you know.
and that was my Kemetic. That was my Kemetic name as well. Amun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I knew that Amun. I knew that Amun was important. I always knew.
Very important. So
Very.
this king will come back. He will resurrect Kemet, right? He will literally resurrect Kemet. He will put everything. He will put order back into its seat. You know, he will wear the white crown. He will wear the red crown. You know, the Son of Man will make his name for all eternity. He will suppress the speech. You know, he will drive away the Asiatics that are currently living there. He will reestablish, you know, the nome of Heliopolis, the birthplace of every god. He will do all of these things, right? This, if you are a Kemetic practitioner, right, the only way, right, you're going to have your eternal life is if you have a pharaoh. The only way you're going to have an eternal life is if you have your own land. The only way you're going to have an eternal life is if you establish your house and if you establish a second house that you will live on for all eternity, right? That's the only way you're going to have eternal life. Otherwise, it's not going to run, my G's. And I'm not even going to go into more detail than that because that's going to be too complicated for most people to understand, right? So if you are a true Kemetic, you are awaiting a return. No, in fact, you are not like the Christians. You're not simply awaiting. You should be actively, yeah, wetting. that's not even a term. Wet. You should be actively creating, opening up the way for the return of the kingship, for the return of Heru, for the return of the Pharaoh. Yeah, that's what you should be actively doing if you are really a Kemetic. But we'll discuss that another day because I know most people are not even ready for that type of talk, right? And the same with you Christians as well. Yeah, you should be actively preparing the way for your king to come back. Yeah, you should be actively preparing the way for a Messiah. Everybody should be actively preparing the way because a time is coming where Isfet, and from a Judeo-Christian paradigm, the devil, Shaitan, yeah, is preparing and has prepared its way for its kingdom on this earth. And in order to combat that kingdom, yeah, where it's turned everything upside down, where a man is now a woman and a woman is a man, right? Where the poor nations are now the rich nations. The rich nations, rich in all of the minerals, the wealth, the resources, the intellectual power, they're at the bottom for some strange reason, begging. Whereas the poorer nations are at the top. Everything is upside down. Everything is in Isfet right now. So the only way the Messiah is going to return, right, is if you pave the way for that heavenly kingdom to return, right? And that's what I'm going to say, right? Both Hebrews, Christians, and Kemetics are waiting or actively preparing the way for a Messiah to return. Let's get it, baby. Return of the Black Messiah. Return of the Black Messiah, baby. We here, baby. New shows coming, baby. Tomorrow, baby. We're doing some shows, baby. Let me know if you're on it, baby. Oh, man. Yeah.
Winding down, yeah.
Yeah. That Christian Messiah, I don't know, man. That Christian Messiah, I think he must have came back. We all missed him. I guess Africans invented marriage. God damn. That's some funny stuff. Horus and the word wedding is the same in East Africa. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Let me just put this here. Okay, cool. So, family tree, what are you saying? Do you want to say anything before I shut down the show, Musa?
Good information. All I can say is good information. We should definitely do it again. Just, keep up our studies, sharpen our studying, and have faith in our true God that we can overcome this uncertain time that we're living in.
All right. So, family tree, I'm gonna keep it hot stepping. It was nice seeing you guys here, seeing some familiar faces and names. Yeah, I want to be active. I want to be active. Like I miss it. I miss being active. So I'm going to be active. I'm going to see what's good. I'm going to bring some very exciting guests on, and please, family tree, like I'll be real with you. Not when we're going to do talk with the Titan shows, right? All I'm putting on is academics. That's it. That's the only types of people I'm putting on. Unless you're a Titan that's been on the show prior, right? That's it. Academics and previous Titans. Those are the two, genres I'm going for, right? If you've got academic work that you want to produce and you're not technically in academia, you don't have you don't have a professor, you don't have a seat, you're not a doctorate or whatever. Like, hey, I will still put you on, but it needs to be academic focused. That's it. That's it. I'll be real with you. I'm not trying to deal with all the religious stuff like that. We can deal with religion, but from an academic standpoint. Okay. So I don't want no fighting and I don't want no emotions. I just want straight academia. All right. Yes, Faith Davis. Love, man. Love, love, love. So yeah, family tree. I'm gonna keep it hot stepping. It was nice to see you guys here. Again, Talk of the Titans shows will come back on. I'm going to do more shows where we can have discussions. I think I will create a Kemetic Messiah, a short video, maybe 5 to 7 minutes long, that breaks down the Kemetic Messiah, I'll go through, the Messiah. What is the Messiah from a Jewish perspective? I'll go through and talk about, the Joseph, the son of that Messiah anyway. The Messiah ben Yosef. We'll go through that one. That's the least talked about Messiah. We'll discuss that. We'll also go into the Kemetic Messiah. We'll go into the primary documentation that talks about a Kemetic Messiah, what I mean about a Kemetic Messiah in terms of the fact that we need to, if you are a Kemetic and you are wanting to reestablish certain institutions, because I'm hearing spirituality and I'm like, anyways, we'll discuss that soon. We're going to have a Kemetic Messiah or a Kemetic king or a pharaoh or a rulership or a nomarch to come in order for you to truly practice your Kemetic system. That's the only way it works, right? So anyways, family tree, it's been lovely. I'm going to see you guys again soon. Drop me some comments, hit up the like button, let everybody know that Titans TV is back, and I'll catch you on the other side. Young Cali, baby. Oh man, we out, baby. Cheers.